startup asset management company in Durham, North Carolina. Since then, he has remained with QMS, becoming senior vice president at the moment, and helping to grow a 5-person startup into a successful, stable company. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Robin Darby.
Thank you. Well, congratulations, you're math grads. You survived countless hours of writing proofs, code, and essays. You solved differential equations, presented research, published papers. So what's next? What now? What are we all going to do as we leave this room today? We're going to try to maximize our success in life. Now, think about that question for a second. What does that sound like? Maximize our success. It sounds sort of like an optimization problem, right? Now, the good news is, we're all math grads now. We know how to solve optimization problems. So think for a second that achieving success sounds sort of like an optimization problem. Well, let's think through the steps to solve an optimization problem. The first thing that we do we immediately fire up our computer, start typing away code, frantically start taking derivatives? No, of course not. We first have to define our goal, our objective function. And yes, we really talk like this. In this optimization problem, is it simple? Is achieving success in life simple? Of course not. It's very complex. The good news is, again, we're math grads. We know how to solve complex problems. We break them down into simple, achievable steps, and then finally, we execute. So let's start with our first step, defining our objective function. How do we define success? This is a powerful question because success looks different to everyone. So how do you define success? Is it becoming a respected educator and inspiring the next generation? Is it writing software that will transform an industry? Is it becoming your own boss, deciding when and how you want to work? How do you define success? What is your objective function? I wish I could tell you that defining success is just like choosing a topic for a thesis or a dissertation, or picking a summer job or internship. I wish I could tell you that, but I can't. It's even harder. This question of how you define success, how you determine your objective function, is difficult. It is vague. It is intensely personal. It evolves. When I was in grad school, I didn't really know what my objective function was, how I defined success. Sure, I was doing well in my classes, but I felt lost. I felt like I had no objective. I was unsure about what I wanted. If I wasn't even certain about my definition of success, how could I even think about achieving it? So as I thought more and more about this question, I realized I did know one thing with certainty. I knew that unlike most of my classmates, I wanted a job in industry and not academia. So bam, I had a starting point, an initial vague definition of success, an objective function. Maybe you're scared because you don't have a perfect vision of success. Maybe you're like I was, more sure about what success is not than what it is. Well, that's okay. Your vision of success doesn't have to be perfect. It will change. It will become clearer. It will evolve. I went from the vague goal of wanting a job in industry to wanting a job in the financial industry, and then to wanting to work for a startup in the financial industry, and now to wanting to grow a business I helped build from scratch into a stable, successful company. And each new goal, however, can be traced back to that initial vague definition of success, my initial objective function. No matter how you define success, achieving it is very complex. It is complex because it will take a long time. It is complex because there will be obstacles. It is complex because life is complex. But again, like I said earlier, good news, we're all math grads. We know how to solve complex problems. We break them down into smaller, achievable goals, and then we execute. If our dream is to be a tenured professor, we earn a PhD. We do a postdoc. We publish, we publish, we publish. If our goal is to write innovative software, we learn how to code. We get a job working with top programmers. We work long hours to complete projects ahead of schedule. We figure out what we need to do as our goals evolve, as they become steps to even greater aspirations. When I had this vague goal of getting an industry job, there was no clear path for me to take. The steps were not easy to define. I went to career fairs. I looked for internships. I tried to network as best I could. But this problem I was working on, this optimization problem, I was stuck. I didn't know what the next step was. I couldn't see the solution. Then one day, a breakthrough. I met someone who had become a mentor and changed my vision of success. His dream was to build a successful company from scratch, and he needed someone with my skills to help him do it. Aha! The solution suddenly became clear. I finally saw a path. Now, maybe like me, your path isn't clear. Maybe you don't know exactly which steps to take in solving your optimization problem. But what do math grads do when we're stuck, when we can't figure out the next step? We try something, we try anything. We keep trying to approach the problem and attack it in different ways until, aha, we see a path, we see a key step we hadn't noticed before. Now, after we've transformed this complex problem of achieving success into smaller, solvable problems, we're in great shape. As math grads, we solve problems all the time. We execute. We execute with precision, we execute with efficiency, and we execute with confidence. If we're publishing in a top journal, our theory and results are airtight. If we're writing innovative software, we know that it has to run at lightning speed without even the slightest chance of error. And if we're our own boss, we know that our work represents solely us, and we have the confidence to stand behind it. In helping to turn a startup into a successful company, I faced many problems along the way. I had to design software that translated ideas into an actual product. It had to be precise. I had to write code that ran within a narrow window of time each day. It had to be efficient. At a company of only 5 people, I had to take on huge responsibilities. I had to be confident. I had to execute. The problems you face will not all be easy to solve. They will require precision. They will require efficiency. They will require confidence. But remember, we're math grads. Solving problems with precision, efficiency, and confidence is what we do. So now let's recap. We're all facing our own optimization problem, how we maximize success. We know that first we have to define success. We have to define our objective function. Next, we're going to break down complex goals into simple, achievable steps. And finally, we execute. And we execute with precision, we execute with efficiency, and we execute with confidence. And we know how to do all this because, after all, we're all now math grads. Thank you and congratulations.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alina Duka. I'm the undergraduate director. And for my part, I'm going to invite our graduating seniors to receive their degrees. But first, let me tell you how proud I am to be here with you to celebrate. It's a big milestone for you. It's a big chapter coming up. And I'm really excited for all of you to see where life takes you. And I'm hoping to see you come back again and again and tell us the amazing things you've been doing. So I will start my job, my part of the program, and start calling the names of the students who are receiving the Bachelor of Science in Applied Mathematics. So I'm going to start with David Battaglia from Raleigh, North Carolina, and he can come here, and Dr. Chertok is going to have the degree ready for you,
All the applied math students come down here.
and can take a moment, and Shema will take pictures, and those will be posted later on our website. So I'm going to start off with David Battaglia from Raleigh, North Carolina. David is graduating cum laude, and with a concentration in financial mathematics, and also completed the minor in economics and statistics. Next we have Ashley Carter from Greensboro, North Carolina. graduating magna cum laude with a minor in statistics. Carlton Cutler. Carl is graduating Bachelor of Science in Applied Math, and he's from Durham, North Carolina. Congratulations, Carl. Ryan Federico from High Point, North Carolina. He is graduating cum laude, also university scholars, and completed the minor in computer programming. And Jennifer Menda from Tampa, Florida. Jennifer is graduating cum laude, also completed a minor in statistics. And Joshua Akron from Raleigh, North Carolina. Joshua is also receiving a minor in computer programming. Congratulations. So next, if students receiving a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, please come to front. I'm going to start off with Rene Ashu from Durham, North Carolina. I don't think he's here today. Carrie Baker from Raleigh, North Carolina. Also completed a minor in creative writing. Sarah Bristol from Marion, North Carolina. And Sarah is also receiving a second degree in math education and completing her degree magna cum laude. Congratulations, Sarah. Serena Daga from Raleigh, North Carolina. Next we have John Andrew Duval from Brevard, North Carolina. Kyung Han from Charlotte, North Carolina. Congratulations. Moonji Jong from Busan, South Korea. She is also completing a minor in Japanese. Kimberly Jones from Clayton, North Carolina. Congratulations. Lameka Knoll from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Next we have Austin Larson from Apex, North Carolina. Austin is graduating magna cum laude. Congratulations. Gareth Mills from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, with a second degree in economics. Callistus Ogoy from Eldoret, Kenya. Congratulations. Shyam Patel from Cary, North Carolina, with a second degree in computer science. Samantha Pollock from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Sam is graduating cum laude. Catherine Riley from Raleigh, North Carolina, graduating magna cum laude, and also completed 2 minors, one in statistics and one in economics. Good job, Catherine. Allison Ruba from Raleigh, North Carolina. And then we have Zach Scott from Jacksonville, North Carolina. Joseph Smedmer from Burlington, North Carolina. Joseph graduating cum laude with a second major in chemical engineering, nanoscience, concentration, and economics. Brian Sperry from Cary, North Carolina. Stephen Sozi from Raleigh, North Carolina. Paul Wiener from Durham, North Carolina. Paul is graduating magna cum laude. Wilson Wooden from Wingate, North Carolina, also completing minor in statistics. And last on my list is Li Wu from Beihai, China, but is not here today. So I think that most of you are all graduating seniors today. I'm getting ready to the end of my part here, and I just want to wish you the best of luck. I want you to go search for your dreams, don't settle, pick up fights, and just follow your heart, and make us proud. Come back and tell us the amazing things you've done. Congratulations again. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Tao Kang, the Director of the Financial Math Master's Program.
My name is Tao Kang. I'm the Director of the Master of Financial Math Program. So today I'm going to present the degree for our students. So all the graduates of the Master of Financial Mathematics program, please stand up, and then please stand to the left. Okay, so please start. Okay, so when I call your name, please get from. So Dr. Philip will present you. Derek Blank. Ranakar Tuzuli. Amanda Goldman. Jingyang Huang, I'm finishing not here. Erica Isabella. John Zapiado. Yan Lipman. Amesh Mito. Sean Mosley. Rui Hao Ni. David Rocker. Ryan Wei. Derek White. Christopher Gioso. Zheng Hao Yang. So I am so proud of all of you. Okay. So today we mark your life at NCC and mark your journey to the next step. I just want you to know that. So I will miss you all, and you're welcome here. This is always your home. Okay. And in addition, I want to tell you that. Okay. Remember, in my class I tell you that Kung Fu, right? Kung Fu is not about fighting. It's about excellence of yourself. Okay. So I hope that you will be the Kung Fu master of your future career and be the Kung Fu master. Thank you. Next will be our mathematics program great director, Dr. Phil Berman.
Well, Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm Pierre Gomor, the Director of the Graduate Programs in Mathematics and Applied Mathematics. And my objective function is to keep this short and sweet. So I have two things maybe to say. The first one, to all the graduates here, congratulations, of course. I don't think there's ever been a better time to be in mathematics. This is really an exciting time. We had an excellent example here today. But also, please, as you leave, keep with you your enthusiasm for mathematics and be a beacon of enthusiasm for higher education wherever you go. The other thing I wanted to say is I just wanted to thank again our graduate service person. Denise Seabrooks, I believe this is your last day, isn't it? Denise has been with NC State for some time. She's been with the graduate program for some time as well, and really she has been the life and the heart of this program, and I think the graduate student here can attest to this. So we'll miss you very much, Denise. Thanks again. Okay, so now we're gonna call the graduates. I have a long list, but I think only a few graduates are here. They're very busy in mathematics, as you can say. So if I can call the recipients for the master's and doctorate in applied mathematics and in mathematics, I believe that would be 4 of them. So I'll read everybody's name so that they can fill up. We'll all upload at the end. So we'll start with the Master of Science in Applied Mathematics, Raina Ali. By the way, if you're in the audience and receiving something and I forgot that you'll be there, please raise your hand. Megan Chambers. Then we have Jared Cook, who is here. And he will stay with us and work towards a PhD. Claire Girolamo, Richard Graham, Haley Guy, Elizabeth Herman, Hank Wei Hu, Gary Levine, Gary is here. Gary is from New Orleans. And he will also stay with us towards his PhD. Congratulations. Mallory McMahon. Mallory is from Southampton, New York, and she will pursue a PhD here with us. Congratulations. Nicholas Meyer, Daniel Raj, Sangeeta Warrior, and Yari Hu. So those were the graduates for the Masters of Science in Applied Mathematics. So now we're going to switch to the Master of Science in Mathematics. Kathleen Harris. And you will also pursue a PhD with us. Good decision. Okay, so the rest of the recipients for the Masters are Dustin Langer, Seth Watkins, Yang Xu, and Xingyang Yu. I don't believe I forgot anybody. So now we're going to switch to the PhD. So the recipients of the PhD in Applied Mathematics for this December graduation are Ali Khalid Al-Azani, Renee Brady, Dina Giffen, Rui Hu, Eric Scow, and Melissa Strait. And we'll upload everybody at the end. Let me just switch to the recipient of the PhD in Mathematics, and Stephen Sullivan will graduate in December. Why don't we congratulate everybody.
Congratulations again to everybody, and we have a reception outside the hall, so again, congratulations, good luck, and that's everything.
You can say.